Hello, and welcome to Softer. This is Mara Morales. Welcome back to Softness in Action. Today marks the final day of our Finding Peace Within challenge. Before we begin, I simply want to say thank you. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for making space in your day to slow down. Thank you for choosing to care for your inner world with the same kindness you so often offer others. Over the past week, we've practiced something that can easily be forgotten in a busy world. We've practiced coming home to ourselves. We discovered the sacred pause. We've met ourselves with curiosity instead of judgment. We began letting go of what no longer serves us. We returned to the present moment. We released what we cannot control. We learned to meet life with acceptance instead of resistance. Perhaps none of these practices changed your circumstances overnight, but maybe they changed something even more important, the way you meet those circumstances. Because peace isn't the absence of difficulty, it's the presence of steadiness. It's knowing that even when life feels uncertain, you can return to your breath. You can return to compassion. You can return to yourself. Think about a lighthouse standing along the shore. Storms come, the waves grow high, the wind becomes fierce, but the lighthouse doesn't chase the storm. It simply keeps shining. Each of us has that same quiet light within. Some days it feels bright. Other days it feels hidden by worry, grief, or exhaustion, but it never disappears. It simply waits for us to notice it again. Today's small act of kindness is simple. Whenever you feel overwhelmed this week, place one hand over your heart. Take one slow breath in and quietly remind yourself, I know the way back. Back to this moment. Back to your breath. Back to compassion. Back to peace. Because peace isn't somewhere you have to earn. It's a place you can return to again and again. Kindness fuels kindness, which fuels kindness. And every time you choose peace within yourself, you bring a little more peace into the lives of everyone around you. Now, let's slow down together. Find a comfortable position, sitting or lying down. If it feels safe, gently close your eyes. Take a slow breath in and gently breathe out. Again, breathing in and breathing out. Allow your shoulders to soften. Relax your jaw. Relax the muscles around your eyes. Bring your attention to your heart. Imagine a warm light glowing there. With each breath, that light becomes a little brighter, not because you're becoming someone new, but because you're remembering who you've always been, a person capable of kindness, of resilience, of compassion, of peace. Now imagine that light gently expanding beyond you, filling the room, touching your family, your friends, your community. Notice how peace quietly spreads, not through force, but through presence. Simply repeat, may I always know the way back to myself. May peace guide my thoughts, my words, and my actions. May the kindness I cultivate within become a gift to the world. Take one final slow breath in and gently breathe out. Rest in the stillness for another moment. Notice that nothing is missing from this moment. Then slowly bring your awareness back to your body. Notice the chair supporting you. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, and when you're ready, open your eyes. As we close this week's Softness in Action Challenge, spend a few moments with your journal. Reflect on these questions. Which practice from this week brought me the greatest sense of peace? What have I learned about myself during this challenge? How can I continue returning to peace even on difficult days? Remember, peace isn't a place you arrive, it's a practice you return to. Before we finish today, I'd love to share one final softer story. This one comes from Eleanor in Cape Cod, Massachusetts. She writes, Dear Mara, at the beginning of this week, I thought peace was something I would feel once everything in my life settled down. But each day, your gentle reminders invited me to look somewhere different. Instead of waiting for life to become quieter, I began creating small moments of quiet within my day. I paused before answering difficult emails. I sat outside with my tea each morning. I took slow breaths before walking into meetings. None of those moments lasted very long, but together they changed how I moved throughout my days. I realized that peace wasn't waiting for me at the end of a perfect week. It was quietly waiting inside the ordinary moments I'd been rushing past. Thank you for helping me find my way back to myself. With gratitude, Eleanor from Cape Cod, Massachusetts. Thank you, Eleanor, for sharing your beautiful story. I think your words capture the heart of this entire week. Peace isn't something we stumble upon once life becomes easy. It's something we practice. One breath, one pause, one gentle choice at a time. Next week, we'll begin a brand new softness and action journey together, exploring another simple way to live with greater kindness, intention, and joy. Until then, we'd love to hear your story. Has someone ever shown you kindness you'll never forget? Has a simple act of compassion changed the way you see the world? Or has softer inspired you to become a little gentler with yourself or someone else? Share your softer story by emailing us at thesofterpodcast@gmail.com. Your story may be featured in a future episode and could become the encouragement someone else needs to hear. And if these daily moments of reflection are meaningful to you, please take a moment to like, follow, and subscribe to Softer. It helps us reach more hearts and continue to build a kinder, more connected world together. Thank you for listening to Softer. Our music is by Rebecca De La Torre and Thomas Searing. Softer is produced by Michelle Severson. This has been Mara Morales. Carry the softness with you today.